What if the reason your life isn't changing has nothing to do with your talent, your luck, or your circumstances? What if it's something much simpler? Something you do every single morning. Let me ask you this. How many times have you hit the snooze button, telling yourself, just 5 more minutes? How many mornings have slipped away before your day even began? Because here's the truth most people don't want to hear. The way you start your morning is the way you live your life. If your mornings are rushed, chaotic, and reactive, your life will feel the same. But if your mornings are intentional, disciplined, and focused, everything begins to shift. And there's one habit that separates people who stay stuck from those who quietly transform their entire life. Waking up at 5 a.m. It sounds simple. It sounds painful. It sounds unnecessary. But by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why this one habit can change everything, and how you can start, even if you failed before. The hidden cost of late mornings. Most people don't realize this, but waking up late doesn't just waste time. It steals control. When you wake up late, your day already owns you. Notifications, messages, responsibilities. They're all waiting. You're reacting instead of leading. And over time, that builds a life where you feel constantly behind. Waking up at 5 a.m. flips that dynamic. You move from reacting to deciding. That's where real change begins. Silence creates clarity. At 5 a.m., the world is quiet. No noise, no distractions. And in that silence, something powerful happens. You can finally hear your own thoughts. Most people never experience this. They jump straight into chaos every day. But those early hours give you space to think, reflect, and reset. Clarity isn't found in busy schedules. It's found in stillness. You build discipline. First, motivation fades. Everyone knows that. But discipline, that's what builds a different life. Waking up at 5 a.m. is hard, especially at the beginning. But every morning you choose to get up. You're proving something to yourself. You're building trust with yourself. And that internal trust becomes the foundation for everything else. You gain unfair time advantage. Think about it. If you wake up 2 to 3 hours earlier than most people, that's extra time every single day. That's not just time. That's opportunity. Time to learn. Time to build. Time to grow. Over a year, that becomes hundreds of extra hours. And that's how ordinary people create extraordinary results. Morning sets your mental tone. Your morning determines your mindset. If you start your day stressed, rushed, and distracted, that feeling follows you. But if you start calm, focused, and intentional, you carry that energy forward. Waking up at 5 a.m. gives you the chance to design your mindset before the world interferes. You start winning. Small battles. Success doesn't come from big moments. It comes from small wins repeated daily. Getting out of bed early is one of those wins. It may seem small, but it sets a tone. I do what I say I'll do. And that mindset spreads into everything else you do. You become proactive, not reactive. Most people spend their day reacting. Emails, calls, problems, interruptions. But when you wake up early, you get ahead of all that. You plan, you prepare, you execute. Instead of chasing the day, you control it. Your confidence grows quietly. Confidence doesn't come from talking. It comes from keeping promises to yourself. Every 5 a.m. wake-up is a promise kept. And over time, that builds a quiet, unshakable confidence. Not loud, not fake, but real. You create a new identity. This is the most important shift. You stop seeing yourself as someone who tries and start seeing yourself as someone who does. Waking up at 5 a.m. isn't just a habit. It's an identity change. And identity is what shapes your entire life. It compounds over time. One early morning won't change your life, but hundreds of them will. That's how transformation works. Slowly, then suddenly, what feels difficult today becomes who you are tomorrow. And one day, you'll look back and realize everything changed because you started waking up earlier. Now here's what you need to do. Don't wait for Monday. Don't wait for the perfect time. Start tomorrow. Set your alarm for 5 a.m. And when it rings, don't negotiate. Don't think. Just get up. Keep it simple. Drink water. Move your body. Sit in silence. Plan your day. You don't need a perfect routine. You just need consistency. And most importantly, expect it to be hard at first. That's part of the process. Because every time you choose discipline over comfort, you're building a version of yourself that most people will never become. Waking up at 5 a.m. won't magically fix your life overnight, but it will change who you become, one morning at a time. And that's where everything begins. If this message spoke to you, make sure to subscribe and drop a comment below. What time are you waking up tomorrow? Your new life doesn't start someday. It starts in the morning.